You can't just run into something else. And that has to do with entry, obviously, the price. You know, don't chase something down from the figure to 88 cents and you know, you missed it. All right,
and that is a new low, but it's not.
Yeah,
it's not a trade.
It's not a trade. And then you also being in too early. That's also chasing it. That's chasing too much. You know, you got to wait. It's a fine line between getting into these trades and having them work for you and chasing them. But it's something you have to pay attention to. You lose money pretty quickly doing it. Eric, you want to hit on that at all?
I think you pretty much summed it up. Basically, I've just seen several examples the last few days of people. If you're looking at, we'll use AAG as an example. If AG's closed at 30, wherever it is, 33.62. So let's say we're using 33.5 as a number to short it. I've seen so many people short the thing at 33.42 rather than say 33.48 at best.
Now, guys, obviously, if these trades work and go down 40 cents, yeah, it's great. But basically, you're giving up your, you know, that dime you're giving up. That's your cushion. That could be, you know, you do that, you know, 5-6 times a day. That's 400, 500, 600 that you're off automatically. So I know it's a fine line. I know sometimes it gets a little annoying and depressing when you miss these things because they trade quickly. But it's something that you have to be aware of. Asia down 2%, probably following our sell-off on Friday.
Yep.
Right now, oil up small, futures up small. Weakening dollar, obviously, right now. Nothing dramatic, but it's going to keep the market up. You saw the dollar strengthen and the market just gets sold off. On top of that, they finally digested the GDP number. Without the stimulus, it would have been slightly negative. Rob Smith, you want to say anything?
Yeah, I do.
First of all, how's your arm? How's your shoulder?
I'm coming around.
All right,
It's
cool.
still tough to talk, but better, thanks. You know, for the most part right here, you know, everything looked pretty bearish after Friday's action. But we did come into support of an uptrend line for the last 2 months, the SPOOs and the Dow. So, you know, we have some kind of conflicting indicators here. Weekly flip back, dailies are kind of oversold and into support. So I expect it to be pretty choppy. And, you know, a sector rotation, we just don't know what it's going to look like yet. So all I can tell everybody is really just stick with the plan, you know, and use what works, wait for the setups, because if you jump the gun here too early, they could really go either way.
Are you looking at any specific support levels now? After, you know, obviously Thursday, you know, they bought the crap out of them. Friday, they sold them back off again. Are you looking at any support right now, any major levels?
You know, anything, you know, on the Dow, you know, it's really around 9,600.
Okay.
You know, our spike low, just a little bit below our spike lows. And the way the Bollinger Band is set up, it's a little bit above 96. So anything below there, you know, there's a lot of support at 9,500 in the Dow. It just looks like it's going to be choppy down here.
Okay.
It looks like the big money on the short side has been made, at least in the short run. Yeah, I'm stumped here. I just think it's going to be real choppy. There's going to be a sector rotation. We have to see how it shapes up after Tilbury.
Okay. Well, what would be your best guess for the next sector that they want to hit?
Geez, you know, I'm looking at retail, like your TJ Maxx, your Kohl's, your J. Crew. You know, these guys are, you know, stocks that are trading above where they were before everything fell apart last year. So,
well, you know, CIT lent money to over 60% of the retailers, and with that filing, where's all that money going to come from for them to buy their fall lines and spring lines, actually? So,
you know, that's interesting. I'd have to look into exactly where that was going.
I agree totally with that whole retail call.
And is white the new in the black?
In the black down right now. I'm trying to get a hold of my tech guy in California.
Okay.
He's probably sleeping.
All right, guys. Anyone else want to say anything today?
Frank?
Oh, is Frank on? We got Frank?
What do we got going on?
Can you turn it up a little bit, Bruce?
Turn what up?
Morning, guys. 10 o'clock, ISM Manufacturing. I'll give you the exact number they're looking for before it comes out. Construction spending at 10 o'clock. Pending home sales at 10 o'clock. The dollar's weaker. Oil's up a little. We traded from high to low on Friday. So rallies probably, from a S&P point of view, could be shorted. It's a Bollinger Band day. You sell at the top of the Bollinger Bands in the morning. For a move back into where the market was trading on Friday. Any breakout of the first hour range, look for a push back into the first hour range. That's the big picture as far as S&Ps and the market's going. And looks like a lot of these little pharmaceutical stocks have a lot of news out of them this morning. HGSI, BRTX, and so forth.
That's IV land.
Guys, also,
She knows everything about
just
those.
something to note, that not that we trade a lot. Ford actually, Ford had some really good earnings. They actually made money, which pretty interesting.
Ford gained 1% market share in the last month, or last 3 months, which is a big move.
Yeah.
But they're taking it away from Chrysler and GM. But that's why Ford's higher.
Guys, I handed out like sticky pads to everyone, just to put them on everyone's desk. Frank said there's like 3 different things coming out at 10 o'clock. It's safe to say you don't want to have a position at 9:59.
Well, at least just be conscious of it, guys, and realize that the stocks you're in, that these different numbers come out, they can affect them. All right, so if you're in a position, then
It's rolling the dice.
well, and plus, and then be smart about it. Give yourself a little leeway to get out of there. Okay, not a penny.
In our type of trading, they'll take you out of the stock, and then it'll go the way you want it to go afterwards.
Exactly.
So it's better not to have a position. I'll give you a little bit more what they're expecting when they come out, and a balance of what they're expecting, what they're looking for.
All right.
And TJ said the ISM Manufacturing will probably be, that could be a stock moving, market moving number. ISM Manufacturing. Those are 3 numbers at 10.
And
All right, guys.
just add 10 seconds to what Frank was saying.
Volatility's at 30.69, which means even if it comes in a point or two, stocks can go much further up and much further down than you think they can over the last 2 months.
I was just saying, just adding on to what Frank was saying with these biotechs, I have a list of them on the blog, but just a few to keep in mind are HGSI, which is fantastic news this morning, the lupus drug. BRTX is another one, it's up 3.5 right now. AMLN's up 80 cents. DNDN is up by $1.50. So those are a few of the small biotechs Frank was referring to that are really, really moving.
All right, guys. Good luck. Like I said, Yankees up 3-1. Yeah. Like to put it away tonight.
Fuck Philly and half of Jersey.
That's it.